Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investors channel. My name is Sensei Crypto and I'm going to be talking to you about the NVIDIA charts. I'm going to be looking at specific levels where I might consider buying, I might consider selling, and what I think is going to happen to the price of NVIDIA. Remember, nothing I say in this video is financial advice. It's my opinions only and it's for educational purposes. So we're looking at NVIDIA's chart. Where did it bounce? Exactly as predicted, at $101, right at that level. We have broken through the first level of support, resistance, which is $116. Does that mean we're in the clear? I don't think so. What would put us in the clear is, as you can see, there's these lower highs, lower high here. We were saying that there's a larger chance for it to come down to $101, and then we said there's overhead resistance at $116. We've broken past the first level of resistance, but does that change its trend to the downside? No, it doesn't. Oh, here we go. We've got a super chat.
Rick McGrath donated $10 through a super chat. Thank you, Sensei. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Rick McGrath, for your super chat. I love the support. That's very kind. So yes, we hit the first level of resistance, my first sort of take profit level for myself. And we've actually broken above that level. Does that mean we're in the clear? I don't think so. Why? Because the change of structure would only really occur when we break out of $130. I think that's the next level of resistance. If I never take all my profits at one level, I like to scatter out, and the next level will be about $130. We can also take a Fibonacci from the previous high to the low, and then that gives us another level where there might be resistance, which is at $125. So when would we really be in the all clear? Is when we create a higher high. Are we going to? I think it really depends on FOMC day, the day where we're calling NVIDIA day. It is very important this Wednesday. This will change the direction of the market. Is it going to be a 0.25% cut or 0.5%? What are the probabilities right now? 50-50, exactly 50-50 probabilities that there's going to be a 0.25 or a 0.5. That's what the market is predicting. So in my opinion, what will happen? I think we might get a 0.5% drop. That's what I think will happen. If that doesn't happen, what does that mean? I mean, it's not the end of the world, but a lot of people are hopeful that there'll be a 0.5%, and 0.25% might bring the markets down. If there's a 0.25%, and that might bring NVIDIA down. So join us on Wednesday, where we'll be trading this live. We're going to be looking at the FOMC meeting. Martyn's going to be covering it live. It's the most important FOMC meeting in a very long while. It's the first cut in years, so it's going to be an important day. We're calling it NVIDIA Day because it's going to have a massive impact on NVIDIA's price. It's going to be a very volatile period, and that's why I'm going to be looking at further buy and sell zones during this video, as I'd love to take advantage of the volatility that's going to occur on Wednesday. So right now, 50-50% chance. I think it's going to be a 0.5% chance. If that happens, probably the markets will rally. If it's a 0.25%, then the markets might not like it. It's still good, but however, the markets react in strange ways. And right now, if they don't get the better of the two options, they might not. The markets might not enjoy it. So join us on Wednesday for that. We'll be covering that live. Martyn will be live on the channel. And there'll be a link at the end of the video to that FOMC video live stream. So where does that leave us? It leaves us in a situation where we have to strategically play what's going to happen this week, at least in a chart perspective. So we're going to have to look at this on a smaller time frame with specific levels. Again, I'll take the Fibonacci from the high to low on the whole wave. That gives us a very strong indication that there is a level of resistance ahead at $130. So we'll take that into consideration. Then we'll take our Fibonacci on the shorter time frame from this level to the bottom, as we predicted, at $101, and that gives us a smaller level of resistance over here. Then we have a look at the RSI. The RSI right now on the daily is in no man's land. It's not bullish or bearish. The MACD is actually going more bullish, so that's indicating some further prices to the upside. The 4-hour time frame, it was oversold slightly, but now it's not. It's in the bullish control territory. The MACD is going down a little bit, so there nothing significant happening there. We had a bit of bullish divergence at $101. Let's go back to the daily and see if there's any divergence. No, let's look at the 3 days. I'm just trying to collate as much information as possible. No, okay, so we can move over to the 12-hour time frame and just look at these specific levels. So good news is we made a higher low. That's good. That means the trend can change. That means there is a trend to the upside on that level. The other good news is we've broken through the resistance at $116. The bad news is we haven't changed the main structure, which means we are still technically in a bearish downtrend. So here are the options in my opinion. We're above support. So being above support is always good. If we break the support, then we will probably go back down to 100 region, but we're above $116. So as long as we're above $116, we are technically more bullish than bearish. And technically it means we're more likely to hit the first target, which is $124. $124 is the next target for NVIDIA. If we break through 120, we could at $124 come straight back down and go all the way back down. So that's another take profit level in my opinion. It's an area of resistance. The next level of resistance is $130. So that's an area where we can change the structure and come down. That will be the most important level. Why? Because of the Fibonacci level that links up exactly with the previous highs. So the main structure change will be as if we break $130. So that is going to be an area of resistance. That'll be my next take profit zone. And what we really want to happen if the structure of NVIDIA is going to change is break $130, test it as support, and then go to all-time highs. And that is what would turn this structure bullish, is breaking $130, going above it, testing $130, turning it from resistance into support and going into all-time highs, or at least to all-time highs, and then maybe again this might occur where we go into price discovery. That will be a change of trend. So we've got a few levels to take out, which is $124 and $130. Remember, $130 is the key level that we need to break above to be really bullish on NVIDIA. On the downside, if we break through $116, I can see the stock going down to to probably the same level, $101, maybe $97. And if we on the opposite end of the spectrum, if we break below $97, then it's a long way down to $75. So what would I do? I normally set up limit orders. If I'm owning NVIDIA, I would set up 3 separate sell zones. 20% of my position I would sell at $124, another 20% of my position, or maybe 30% of my position, I'll sell at $130, another 20% of my position I'll sell at all-time highs, and then I'll leave the rest to continue to the upside. Does that mean I won't buy more on the way up? No. For example, if it goes to $124, hits $130, I might have sold some of my position there, but that means I can buy back at the next level of support, which would be $124. So just to keep it simple, my 3 limit orders to sell just for the volatility of Wednesday would be 124, 130, 140. And my limit orders to buy, if we do have a down day on Wednesday, would be back at that $101, $97, and worst case scenario, if we have a market crash, then I'll also make sure I have enough money to buy this stock at $71. So do what you will, don't take this as financial advice. I'm just saying it's going to be a volatile day. I can't predict which way the market's going, but I can be prepared for every scenario. I'll be prepared to sell on the way up. I'll be prepared to buy on the way down. Don't sell on the way down and buy on the way up. Or buy, you can always buy on the way up and sell on the way down, but don't, for example, if it's a better opportunity to, I know I just made the statement saying don't buy it on the way up, but you can still buy on the way up DCAing. However, you don't want to do the opposite. You want to do the opposite of what the market's doing. For example, if everyone's panicking, I like to buy. If everyone's really bullish on a stock, everyone's leveraged up, ready to buy more, I like to sell at that point. So that's why I keep my emotions away and I put limit orders in place. What's my personal opinion on NVIDIA? I don't have one. I just look at charts. I look at charts and I like to buy in areas where I think the technicals are showing me to buy. So let's wait and see. Wednesday is going to be very volatile. Is it going to be a 0.25% cut? Is it going to be a 0.5% cut? Join us on Wednesday for NVIDIA Day, the FOMC report, the most important FOMC report since they started raising interest rates. Have a look at this video here. Join us for the FOMC meeting over here. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.